Well, hello. We're so glad you're here. This is the Daily Reset for Success show, and we do this 4 days a week: Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And on Tuesday evenings, we do the wisdom chats for the curious. So keep joining us live. Our schedule is in the Facebook group page called Natural Curiosity, so you'll know who's coming up. So I want to introduce everyone, please. This is Marian LaSalle, my normal co-host, and she is
Oh,
our
now
temp.
I'm normal.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
wow. Yesterday I was special, and the day before I was the main, and now, okay,
You're
gotcha.
the normal.
I'm the normal one now.
And our very special co-host is a dear friend, Andi Watson. Welcome, Andy.
Hi, ladies. Thank you for having me today.
Oh, you are welcome. Why don't you lead us off with just a little background on who you are and what you do?
Oh, background on me. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm Andi Watson, and I'm a mom and I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I I I I like to have fun. I've discovered I've been on a healing journey, I guess you could say, for many years, and follow the breadcrumbs on what's next and going with the flow. And in the past few years, I've discovered laughter and the healing. I would say the healing effects of laughter, and just how to incorporate that into life and for more joyfulness, and which has opened up so many avenues and so many networking opportunities and meeting people and just expanding my world, which used to be rather small at home, stay at home mom in my walls, and now I'm uh, coming into a I guess an empty nesting phase with my oldest being almost 19 now and in the Navy, and my youngest at home entering his senior year. So it's time for me to reinvent my life and see where this goes.
Yeah. Perfect time for resetting.
Absolutely.
I'm
Oh,
very interested in this topic because I have found over the years, I've taught many, many classes, especially on things like quantum physics. And we even had a quantum physics study group. And now it may sound really big and bold and wide, very educational. No, it was all about energy and how you feel. Okay. So if you can feel this energy and give it a color and a shape and actually see it and feel it, it changes energy. And
mhm.
so I'm very aware of how you can change how you feel. You may not realize it at the time if something's really happening to you, or you think it is and you feel like a victim. You might feel like it's never, on you, okay? But it really is. You can change how you feel. And since I have committed to this lifestyle, Lady Lou and I both, we don't feel bad anymore. I know things are weird and things happen, people die and our animals die, but we have a choice about how we feel. And I know laughter makes me feel good. Whenever I smile,
Absolutely.
I actually have a friend who told me, Marion, if you can't smile, put a pencil in it and it'll make you smile. And honestly, there you go. I knew she'd bring that out.
I love that. It's a happy pill.
It's contagious, definitely. Just smiling. That's a contagious thing. People naturally smile back, and it's something that we forget to do often because life isn't always funny. But
Right.
I'm a laughter yoga leader. Actually, I'm certified laughter yoga leader, and I came to and through that just by coincidence. It's nothing I ever set out to do, and I kind of thought it was a little weird at first, but it evolved, and I just ended up. Um, they needed somebody to take a class, and I was number three. I made the class, and then they got us a gig, and it just kind of kept unfolding. It kept presenting itself. It was like, okay. And through the journey of learning about laughter yoga, which is essentially laughing for the health of it. It's not based on humor. It's laughter exercises to produce laughter. And oftentimes it will turn into genuine laughter, which is very, very good and healthy for us. So that's kind of the link with the longevity, is because it's such a stress reducer and we all know that stress is something that is very, very hard on our bodies. And like what you were saying also with the emotions and that we're giving it a color and a shape. It's kind of like giving it a form where you don't have to actually go into the story of it, but you can give it a form that can be transformed and can be released. And so with laughter also, it's very similar. If you think about it, the actions of laughter are very similar to the physicalness of crying. Laughing and crying there's a fine line between laughing and crying. And it is a way to process out some grief and some trapped emotions, and it all works together. Feeling better.
I would think laughter changes our chemicals in our system, the good chemicals that we have normally, hormones and stuff like that. Because I was once told that Marian's in her office, so
Sorry.
the phone's going to ring. Anyway, I was once told by a horsewoman that riding horses massages your internal organs. Mm-hmm. I never thought about it like that. And I've loved horses all my life, but I never thought about that. Does laughter, because you're jumping Absolutely. Up and down if you're laughing, wouldn't that be the same?
Absolutely. We're using our diaphragm a lot with our laughter. So it's up and down, up and down, up and down. And we're circulating our lymphatics. And as we're circulating our lymphatics, we're actually having a detox effect.
Oh.
And so we're also letting out all of the old stale air, and we're getting in new air, because if you think about it, we're very, very shallow breathers. And in laughter yoga, one of the things we consciously do is we breathe. And in fact, do you want to do a little exercise with me? This is how I start off most of my laughter yoga.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too loud in the mic, but if we take a breath in.
Through your nose or your mouth?
In your nose, if that's comfortable. And then let it out. Now laugh it out.
Oh, laugh it out.
There's more air in there.
It just naturally makes you laugh.
There's more air in there. So if we breathe in, we breathe out, we can continue after our breath is out to continue to laugh. So that just shows you how much more air we actually have down deep in our lungs.
Oh, and it's probably stale.
It's old stale. Get it out. Have a laugh.
Oh.
You ever just had a belly laugh?
I love them.
How good you feel after a good belly laugh, and relaxed and joyful. And also after a belly laugh, I mean, sometimes, can you always remember what it was that you were laughing about?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just don't even know what it was.
That's right. Who cares, right? I just like to have fun and laugh, and
so we don't really need a reason.
I've been known to laugh so hard that it crosses that thin line you were talking about, and I end up crying while I'm laughing. It doesn't happen often enough.
Right. I've actually experienced, I would say, healing through laughter, because I had a very challenging childhood. And so I would say that I was really probably in survival mode until I was in my late 30s. Oh. And through nutrition and doing things for healing, I finally came out of surviving and into thriving. And at some point, but just looking back, the laughter yoga came into part of that. And through that, I was able to find my voice and find my joy. And the more that we laugh and the more that we practice laughter, the easier it is to laugh. And it's not such a foreign thing, because that used to be a foreign thing to me. And to be honest, joyful, happy, sunshiny people were kind of annoying to me before laughter yoga. Back in the day, in my old life, and one of my other how I used to be, I just remember being annoyed by such happy, joyful people all the time. Now I'm one of those people.
Now you annoy other people. There you go. Well,
I'm
so
totally
this is how
annoying.
longevity comes into play. So if you're feeling good and you're not depressed, then you live longer, right? You live a happier, healthier, more productive, and prosperous life. That's our saying here at Daily Reset. Is, we want to, if we're going to be here, we might as well have a good time while we're here. Might as well feel good, right?
Yes, we might as well have a good time.
Eat well, sleep well, live well,
Eat well.
Just being well, and laughter, just the joyfulness is a great part of that. And also there's a social aspect to it, because a lot of times, we can't, I myself, I can practice laughter yoga at home alone to get my vibration up a little bit, to get my joyfulness up a little bit before I need to make a tough phone call or a scary phone call or do some connecting. I can use that tool, and it's so nice that we have that tool available to us if we just remember that we have that, and we can get our energy up. And when we are needing a solution, it's better to get your joyfulness up, and it makes solutions seem more possible. It kind of gets ourselves out of the old frame of mind and into a new mindset where we can see more possibilities and things can work out.
Andi, tell me what you think about nervous laughter. How does that play into this whole longevity?
Like a natural nervous laughter, nobody.
When you're nervous, sometimes people will start laughing, when they're nervous. And I'm just wondering, how does that play in?
To me, that's kind of like a natural form of the laughter yoga. Kind of doing it when you're without knowing that you're doing it. It's just coined laughter yoga. But that would be considered I think it would be considered an exercise to kind of get yourself out of a fearful mindset, perhaps, because it's the body. Where the body goes, the mind follows. So if the body now is using this as a kind of a reset of getting out of maybe a fearful situation or a nervous situation, then the mind can follow in that direction. It's kind of just a foothold to get yourself out of a situation with that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a social component to this, because when we're in a group and we're there for the purpose of laughter and we're all doing it, it gives permission for other people to join in and to be able to laugh heartily and loud and deep, to be able to get all of the psychological and physical benefits of laughter. And we also have laughter clubs, which are always free to join, and they're not as structured. But
I want to know more about a laughter club. Okay, that sounds like a place where I want to. Yoga, that doesn't really thrill me because I don't like getting on the floor. But a club, a laughter club, now I could get involved in that one.
And that's the thing. People have the idea that laughter yoga is getting on the floor, but really it's just laughter exercises. I don't ever get on the floor. Okay. It's all sit or stand. There are some people who do, but I don't, because I don't want to get on the floor either. So it really is. It's also called laughter wellness. You can find it. Laughter Club is kind of a free-flowing, just people show up and laugh. In fact, we had, before all the pandemic and everything, we had planned that we were going to start meeting at the mall. I had the permission from the mall, the Brazos Mall, to have a laughter club just meet there.
Oh.
And laugh for like 30 minutes, and whoever wanted to join in could.
Oh, well, I hope that'll happen soon.
Well, it's a great way to build community and to find like-minded people who want to be joyful, and it's a fun networking opportunity, and just to share a laugh.
Exactly. What did you say, Marian? Let's
all join the local laughter club.
We love that. Because there's lots of folks in the Houston area. You're down in Brazoria County. What is your kind of like territory? What little towns are you involved with?
The Brazosport area, which would be Lake Jackson, Angleton, Brazoria, Pearland, Alvin area.
Oh, that's big, because those are really great areas, because they've grown just to match Houston. So you've got a great area to be in.
It is a great little area, and it's not quite as big as Houston yet, but it's
going to get there. And you do come into Houston, I'm sure. But not, maybe if you had an invitation or something to do a group or whatever, you would come to Houston, wouldn't you?
Sometimes I go to Houston, go to Pearland, North Houston.
Wow. Well, if you're watching us live on Facebook or in a replay or on YouTube, I want you to know that down in the description is all the way that you can contact Andi. So I know that we have lots of links, and where you really want people to go is your, it's a Facebook group. Can you tell us what they can expect when they go to your Facebook group?
Well, the Facebook group is, my business name is Wellness Connections by Andi. And where you'll find there is really just a way to find me, basically, and a few of the things that I offer, with connecting with the laughter yoga and laughter clubs. And also I have a nutritional component to what I do, which is on the longevity side, is helping people to discover more about telomere health, which is DNA health and anti-aging, basically. And also I have a workshop on financial wellness. And so that all kind of blends in and goes together with the longevity, because if we're going to live longer, we need to be able to afford that. And so that's always a component. These are, even though, laughter is a serious subject to me, so is longevity, and so are finances, but we can make it fun, and we can make them not scary to be able to delve in, learn about, and find out more.
Well, I remember how you and I met, and it's been 2-3 years or more now. And the phone rang one day, and I answered, and it was Andi. She just called me out of the blue, a cold call, if you will. And she found me on LinkedIn, and she was just reaching out to people. She's a wonderful networker. And we were talking and chatting about different things that, we're interested in. And at one point she brought up telomeres, and my little ears perked up, because I've been doing research on telomeres. I'm old, I want to be younger, and telomeres are where it's at. So when she said that, I thought, telomeres, tell me more. I had to know more. And the supplement that she has is fantastic for all ages, but especially those of us who are in the older categories where the telomeres don't thrive anymore like they did when we were in our 20s and 30s. Tell us a little more about that, Andi.
About telomeres? Okay.
About telomeres.
In fact, I made these little things here. I don't know if you can see it, but this would be an example of a chromosome. If you think about a chromosome, the shape of a chromosome. And so if you have a cell, inside the cell is a nucleus. inside the nucleus are chromosomes. And on the little ends of each chromosome is something that is called a telomere. That would be a good one. And so we like for our telomeres to be long and healthy, but over time, just naturally over time, our cells divide and divide and divide. And every time that our cells divide, we lose a little base of the tip of the telomere. And so we're actually losing a little bit of genetic information every time that our cell divides. It's kind of like making a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and like on a copier or a Xerox machine, and you just lose a little bit of that information. So we have a supplement. It's called Isogenesis. It's by Isogenics, and we call them magic beans, kind of like for short. Basically, it's 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, and we encourage people to take a shake a day. It's like a meal replacement shake, and we just keep it simple with getting people all the vitamins and the nutrients that they need. But these two products help to keep the telomeres on there long and healthy. And the ingredients in the isogenesis are shown to not only, because it's an antioxidant plus telomere support, not only to keep them long and healthy, but the ingredients, the way that Isogenics has these ingredients are shown in vitro to actually induce a telomerase enzyme and add little bases back on. So we're essentially aging backwards in situations. So, and this really is fascinating that this one product is how I found my way to Isogenics, which opened up a whole community, which opened up a whole world for me. And through the process of that, is where I learned about networking. And at first I was networking because I had to get out and meet people, and I had to make connections, and I needed to get out of my box and discover the world outside of my 4 walls. But in the process of learning to become good at networking, I just discovered that I really like networking. And this is how I found this lady Lou. It was just a conversation, and we were talking about gardening, I think it was.
That's it, you're right.
And then we were talking about moringa plants, and you and I both had moringa. I had a moringa tree going, and it was like, wow. And you were talking about being from Conroe, and it's like, I have family from Conroe. And so one thing led to another, and we started talking about telomeres. And then, it was just it was an amazing connection. And I love this connection.
Yeah. We were instant friends. Have you ever done that, Marian? Just have an instant friend?
Immediate. I could be on the phone, it could be on video, it could be in person. It's so wonderful when that happens. You just feel it. And my favorites are those people that are very light and like to laugh, And that's one of the reasons why I like Friday nights and margaritas, because it lets everybody just, let their guard down a little bit and start laughing and eating good food and being together. I can't wait for that to come back, because Friday night margarita nights are very important to me.
That's awesome.
Oh,
yes. That is wonderful.
As a matter of fact, we have learned to adjust, because I learned last night. Sorry, sidebar here. At my church is Unity of Houston, and we have what they call spirit groups. Well, we used to meet in person in one of the homes of one of the members, right? And we can't do that right now, so we decided to meet on Zoom. So everybody meets on Zoom, and we have our meetings, and we pray and laugh and learn. It's wonderful. And last night I found out that Taco Cabana has margaritas to go. So I'm like, okay. So you go get your margarita to go, you come back, you turn your Zoom on, and you can have your own margarita Friday night party. Maybe maybe you'd have to get some fajitas like to go or something, or make your own, but you could still find a way to have fun and join in the laughter and make your own club, right?
Right. And speaking of margaritas, would y'all like to join me in a toast?
Sure.
Okay, well, take your invisible cup
Oh, I have
or
actually.
your regular cup. Here,
Huh?
here's my regular cup, and we're gonna take some giggle water, and we're gonna pour the giggle water.
Oh.
Bloop, 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 bloop. And we're gonna take a drink.
Just put the giggles in the water.
Now drink it, Lady Lou. Drink it.
Just
Drink
make
the
you
giggle
laugh
water.
about it.
Drink it. Drink that juice.
Oh, I love that.
So that's one of our laughter exercises is
Oh.
giggle water, and we've had a booth before with for just kind of promoting laughter club in our area, and we stood there serving giggle water to everybody who came by. It was a blast. It was hilarious.
You got to do that, Marian.
Yes, and laugh with me, if you will, because I actually misspelled Andy's name, so I'm going to put it up there right this time. Yes, please laugh at me here. So it's Andi Watson.
Yes,
Watson.
That's me.
So excuse me for putting it in there wrong, but you be sure and check her out because I am just thrilled that Lady Lou invited you to be on our show.
Oh,
And I got a chance to meet you because now I have a new friend who's light and likes to laugh and just likes margaritas. I'm just like, okay, here we go. Thank you.
Now, Andy, your Facebook page is, what would they type into the browser to find you?
It's down below, Lady Lou. It's right there.
Well, I can't read that little bitty stuff.
Yeah, but
it's Wellness Connections by Andy.
Okay, that's what they would type in the browser.
Yes, and I kind of keep it broad because I'm always discovering things and meeting people and kind of.
Thank you. That's how we came up with Natural Curiosity. You can't pin me down. I'm curious about everything.
I meet people and I find things that I just want to connect my community to, and so I just share it into that page.
That's right.
Just fascinating things, helpful things.
Thank you.
Connecting, and that's one of the things. Also, is just staying connected with for longevity. You got to stay connected and got to stay engaged, and just keep learning.
Yes. And just as a little tip, when you connect with Andi, and I highly recommend it, ask her to show you some pictures of people who have taken this telomere enhancing supplement. And one man was getting ready to go into a nursing home. And now I think he's thinking about getting remarried or something, isn't he?
Well, he says he's ready for weddings instead of funerals. So
That's
fantastic.
So ask her to show you some of those pictures of people there's one woman on there. How old is that lady that does the beauty pageants?
She is now 72. And so the first picture was 65. And then at 69, she was entering a swimsuit competition at age 69.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
God.
Absolutely amazing transformation. But it's not just on the outside, it's beautiful organs and beautiful on the inside. And it's just people being able, that's the paychecks of the heart, is people being able to get up their stairs to their own house again, get in and out of a vehicle, have the mobility, be able to drive at night and have that is what's most important out of everything. The pictures are amazing. The transformations are wonderful. The stories, that is what really just drives me and excites me and makes me just keep getting out there and because I'm an introverted person, and so getting out there, you wouldn't think it, but I am.
But you've got balance now. You have some of the best of both. Oh my gosh. And we have just run out of time again. I just can't believe it. Can we have you back on again?
Absolutely. I'd be honored.
We will bring you back.
I've had a blast.
Oh, so Marian, we'll let you take us home.
Thank you very much, Andi, for joining us today. It has been a wonderful Friday. I'm excited for the future of our existence here in our little area of the universe. It's just every day something new, So I want you to live a healthier, happier, more productive, and prosperous life with us. So join us on the Daily Reset for Success as often as you can. Remember,
Please.
we're live on YouTube and Facebook, but you can always you can always watch the replays. We're also on your favorite podcast apps. So come back and join us anytime. And we'd love to see you. So be sure and come in and tell us what you want us to do. You know, if you want to be on the show, we'd love to hear about it. So thank you again, and we'll see you again next time.
Thank you,
Remember,
Andy. We love you. Bye.
remember, I've got one last thing. Create a fantastic day for yourself.
Awesome.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you.